Many people like to go on sexual adventures on our planet at the moment. Sexual adventure normally means meeting someone you don't know at all and going home with them for, just a one-time experience. And there can be a lot of fantasy about that, about what you might meet. Maybe you might meet someone who's really nice in the bedroom, very interested in pleasure. You might have a beautiful experience. But what I've seen and experienced even myself and heard from many is so often it's not a satisfying experience. The actual sex is over often it's over very quickly, very often. And the whole experience actually wasn't that satisfying. So the first question I have about that, and also reflection, is that there's a large group of men that they only want a very momentary sexual experience. They're not seeking much depth or even a great pleasure. Their feeling capacity is quite small, actually, so they're really just seeking ejaculation. They want to feel empty. A bliss of men. But they're not so honest about it. They don't say, hey, nice to meet you. Would you like to come home with me and then just just lie down flat and please don't move too much, and then I'm going to penetrate you and I'm going to go into this quite fast friction, maybe quite hard, treating you a bit like a friction cloth so that I can come really quickly. It shouldn't last longer than a minute or two, maybe 3 minutes. How about that? Are you keen? Do you want to come home with me? And you're like, yeah. It's probably what do you feel about that? If someone had to say that to you, how do you feel? And what would be your answer? Truthfully, is it something you want? So yeah, love to hear in the comments if that's something you like, if that's what you're going home for. So that's the first question. And the next question we can look at is, how do you know the difference? How do you know if you're going home with somebody who might actually be interested in a little bit of a journey of pleasure, or if you're just going home with someone who's really just looking for someone they can use to ejaculate quickly? All right, how do you know the difference? So in my video casts, I always ask people to bring a notebook and a pen, because this is about your sexual nature. So it's nice to jot things down. If I ask questions, answer the questions for yourself, write down the answers. So you start getting a bit of a journal, a bit of a record of your answers and learning about yourself and being interested in your sexual nature. I'm certainly interested in sexual nature, and I am interested in my own and in anyone I work with and in yours. So write your answers down and start getting a picture of your deeper self in terms of your sexual nature.